Hello everyone again for another tennis prediction for the Barcelona Open Banc Sabadell this time. Many great players in the main draw, so we are sure that it will be an amazing tournament. Let's start this time by round 1, as we promised in our last video. Tomic versus Brown. None of them is having good results this season, but Dustin is maybe coming a little bit better, so we go with him. Garcia Lopez versus Montañez. Both were really good players in the past, but because of injuries they lost a lot of places in the rankings. Garcia Lopez is at least playing ATP level tournaments this season, so he should win this match. Alvot versus Ruud. We really don't know very much these two players, but we know that both of them are used to play qualis. And as Casper Ruud has passed it this week, we think he will be able to pass this match too. Struff versus Herbert. Struff has shown this past tournament that he has the abilities to have good results in big tournaments. Herbert is much better at doubles really, so we think the German will win this match. Edmund versus Chardy. Really tough match as both are really good players. Without a reason maybe, we go with Chardy. Evans versus Monteiro. Tough match, but Evans feels maybe more comfortable in hard courts, and Monteiro the opposite, in clay courts. Having said this, we go with the Brazilian. Suhita versus Robredo. Robredo is a great player, who may not be in his best moment, but however, he should be able to win this match. Michael Aimer versus Seppi. This is a match with a lot of contrast, as Seppi has a lot of experience, while Michael is a really young player not used to play main draws of ATP level tournaments. We think the Italian's experience will help him win the match. Almagro versus Diz. We don't know Steven Diz really, but we think Almagro shouldn't have problems to win this match, as he is a great clay court player. Istomin versus Chung. Chung has already passed the qualis of this tournament, and Istomin isn't a clay court player really, so as Chung has already played and won, we go with him. Anderson versus Berlocq. Berlocq is a very good player, although every time he plays for or in Argentina he plays at an amazing level, but out of his country, well, he doesn't have very good results. It might not be Anderson's favorite surface, but we think he will win this match. Olivo versus Dutra Silva. Not a very attractive match really, but we think Olivo is a better player, so we go with him. Daniel versus Basilashvili. Basilashvili is a hardcore player more than clay court player. Instead, Taro Daniel can play well in all the surfaces, so we think he will be able to win this match. Kachanov versus Bellucci. Bellucci comes from the final in Houston, and Kachanov isn't really having good results in this clay court tour, as it seems that he doesn't feel really comfortable in this surface. Having said this, we go with the Brazilian. Giraldo versus Ceballos. Both of them are clay court players, but maybe Ceballos is a little bit better, so we think he can win this match. Granollers versus Jaziri. It seems that the same that happens to Kachanov happens to Hazuri, as he lost in an awful match for him against Timon last week. Granollers is used to play on clay, and he has good results in this surface, so he will win. First round is ready, now let's analyze the second one. Murray versus Brown. Although Murray isn't playing well, or something similar neither, he should win this match. Garcia Lopez versus Lopez. Both players are about 32 years old, which means that they are not in their best physical moment. However, Lopez is still there in the top 30, so he should be able to win this match. Albert Ramos Viñolas versus Ruud. Ruud has a lot to learn, as he is really young. However, Ramos comes with a lot of confidence in a great moment, so he should win. Struff versus Bautista Agut. Struff has demonstrated that he is a very difficult player if he has a good day, but Bautista will be playing at home, and actually, he's a better player than the German, so we go with him. Tim versus Shardy. Tim is a better player really, although Shardy isn't a bad one. But however, he should win. Monteiro versus Misha Zverev. Monteiro will reach this match after having played 3 matches, and Misha will be fresh really, so we go with him in this one. Gasquet versus Robredo. This will be Gasquet's comeback after his appendicitis. Tough match really, but we think he will manage to win it. Seppi versus Carreño. Carreño has shown this past week in Monte Carlo that he can complicate any player on the tour, as he played a really difficult match against Djokovic. Having said this, he shouldn't have major difficulties with Seppi. Zverev versus Almagro. Really tough match, but Alex comes with a better rhythm in this last time, so if he is in a good day, he should win. Chung versus Kohlschreiber. If the German is in a good day, he should win this match. Ferrer versus Anderson. Ferrer may not be having his best results, but playing on a clay court, he should defeat the South African. Olivo versus Nadal. Nothing to say, more than that Olivo has very little chances to defeat Rafa. Goffin versus Daniel. If Goffin is okay mentally after what happened last week, he shouldn't have problems with the Japanese. Bellucci versus Cuevas. Tough match, as both are playing really well. However, Cuevas is a better player, so we think he will win. Sousa versus Ceballos. Nice match, as both are really talented players. However, Sousa comes playing better, although he didn't do well last week, so we go with him. Granollers versus Per. Nishikori has withdrawn, so Per has taken his place in the draw. It won't be an easy match really, as both are really regular players. Granollers is better in clay courts really, so we think he will win. Let's go with the third round now. Murray versus Lopez. None of them comes with good results, but Murray is a better player, so he should win. Ramos Viñolas versus Bautista Agut. Amazing third round match. It will be extremely even. It could be really for any of them, but considering their present, we go with Ramos Viñolas. Tim versus Misha Zverev. Misha is a good player, but Tim feels very comfortable playing on clay, so we go with him on this match. Gasquet versus Carreño Busta. Gasquet is coming back after some time without playing, and Carreño is playing really well, so there's no much more to say, we go with Carreño. Alexander Zverev versus Kohlschreiber. Really tough match, as both are amazing players. Without a reason maybe, we go with the young talent. Ferrer versus Nadal. Ferrer was an amazing player, but his age is starting to project his physique. Rafa is an amazing player who has shown that still continues being the king of clay, so we think he will win. Goffin versus Cuevas. Another amazing match. Both come in a really good moment. It will be a real battle. Maybe we can say Goffin is a better player, so as to say something. So we go with him. Sousa versus Granollers. Difficult match for a great opportunity. Sousa is really a better singles player, so we go with him on this match. Quarterfinals, here we go. Murray versus Ramos Viñolas. Difficult match, as Ramos has defeated the world number 1 last week. However, he has done it once, and the chances that he does it twice are not many. Having said this, we go with the Brit. Tim versus Carreño. Both are very good players, but maybe Carreño is on a better moment now. Also, it will be played in Spain, so we go with Carreño. Alexander Zverev versus Nadal. They played last week, and Alex could do practically nothing. We hope that this time things go better for the German, but we are sure Rafa will win. Goffin versus Sousa. If Gohan has recovered mentally from what happened in his match against Nadal last week, he shouldn't have major problems to defeat Sousa. Getting nearer to the final, let's go with the semi-finals now. Murray vs Carreño. If the world number 1 is in good conditions, he should win this match, although Carreño is playing really well. Nadal vs Goffin. Same match and same misstance than last week in that polemical match. Although Goffin was winning, in our opinion Rafa was going to finally win. This time, although Goffin is an amazing player and person, we go with Rafa again. The final is set. Get to know who the champion will be next. Murray vs Nadal. In our opinion, this won't be a very even match, as Murray isn't playing well as you may have noticed, and Rafa defeats easily any player this season in clay really, so we think that Rafa will win his 10th Barcelona ATP 5000 trophy. Thank you so much for watching until the end, and we hope to see you on the next one. Bye!